Hello there.
Hello and welcome to the Brick Freak. Today, very excited Brick Freak. If I'm honest, of course, we have a big 8080 here on the building table, and for me, that's one of the 5-6 super iconic Star Wars vehicles. Millennium Falcon, obviously. Star Destroyer, X-Wing, for me the Republic gunship personally, and 8080 ATST. So 5, 6, 7 super iconic vehicles, and I was too young for cinema. For Empire Strikes Back, I was 8. I've seen it 82 or something on Betamax from Sony. For the younger ones, it was a magnetic tape from Sony. And yes, so okay, doesn't matter. For me, this is super. I'm very, very happy. I have two 8080, the Lego version A219 and the motorized UCS, not UCS, I don't know, it's not the official UCS, the motorized. And one is a play set, and the UCS 8080 is too small, and it looks so ridiculous when it's walking or when he's walking. It's crazy. I never told friends that he can walk because I was ashamed of how it looks. So, oh man, this is not a nice set. It's a cool looking 8080, but it's too small. I'll get rid of the walking function and make it big. Okay, now Lego made it big, and I love the Lego one, but it's moon price for 8 kilogram of ABS plastic, and I know it's work, but they are selling 100, 200, 300,000 of this worldwide. So what do you have for costs? Or, Lego spends a lot of money on other things, so they really need to be so expensive, because that's ridiculous. I would say 400 or 500. That's far too expensive, but I would pay this, but not that kind of money. I would say, like here, Mould King, 200, or if 200 euros, I don't know, 215, 18, $20, and calculate some money for the original instructions. And if you want to be free in your mind and can sleep well, then send Disney $50 for the license. Then you are 300, and that's a good price for this. That's a okay price. I would say 400 is a little bit painful, but I would pay on the second thought. 300, take my money. But so I will try here the Mould King version. It's a stolen MOC. 2 links in the video description, one where I get a set, the other to the original designers, so you can support him when Mould King don't do it. So please, we do it. And I don't build. I bought it already, but longer time ago, and I don't build or compare the instructions. That's not my job. My job is to review the set, how it will come to you when you buy it. And so I don't care about the instructions from the designer, not to show the set. If I find any problems, then I look in the original instructions, but normally I try with the printed instructions, so you know what you're getting. Okay, obviously we have a lot of pieces here on the table. Model number is 21005, no, 21015, and we have nearly 7,000 pieces, 6,919. We have 10 building steps, and that's not small building steps. We have 11 bags, so 7,000 through 11, around 600 pieces in each building step. Okay, here we have, oh man, here we have a lot of 2x6, a lot of. Okay, I'm very curious if this is a good product or not, or Mould King did some mistakes, or it's unstable, or we will see. Okay, what else is in the set is the very cool hammer. I like it. For houses, or if you have to assemble blades together, this is really a big help. And a really old battery box. Yes, nothing modern stuff. A battery box with one connection. Single purpose is give power to this M motor, and this M motor brings up the cord where your Lego minifigure is hanging to, so you can play the scene. But if you have an 8080, you need a snow speeder too. But to be in the same level of scale, I believe this 8080 has to be a lot bigger in comparison. Okay, next is I show you building step 1 when I'm done. A shaky hand cam, but this is building step 1 here, lying in front of me. And in the porcelain is the bag number 0. In it were 4 bags and a lot of 2x2s, jumper plates, 1x2, and the normal 2-length black pins. Here we have pins in other colors. And here we have the instructions, 10 building steps, a really complicated wiring. This is what I hope to achieve after building step 1. And you see, this is a party of color. Yes, it's so... That's great, isn't it? That's great. Okay. The old man stops talking and starts assembling. The beginning is layers on layers of plates. And now it's time for Mr. Hammer. Pro tip, hammer it, really. You have to be careful because not everything has the same level, but hammer it through and you will have no problems with the later building steps. Building step 1 is done. Yes. And here we see what we have to achieve in the next building step. See here the oval shape. So we build 2 of them again. It will be already assembled. 2 more, and then we are starting to build the upper floors here of the 8080. Okay, so far instructions very good, totally clean, no problem, no questions, everything's fine. Piece quality, Mould King uses Go bricks, so fine, no problems at all. Solid construction, it seems. I had one missing piece. You see this bar, this small grey bar here in between the frames. This is the 3-length piece that has a pin with a stud and 2 length the bar, and one is missing. And I don't, perhaps I have one in the cellar, but I was too lazy to search because there are a lot of them here inside. So one's missing should be no problem. Generally, this is a very solid construction. You see here it's underneath the plate and under the plate and over the plate with Technic bricks. The pins, the Technic bricks. Inside here is a 7-length axle that connects this here very good together. So I believe we will have a solid construction for the 4 legs. And it's not walking, and we have no possibility to pose it in different. It has no knee joint, so you bring it in a position and then it stands there. So I believe this is a solid construction and we should have no problems with the weight or anything. Yes, that's a cool thing at the Lego version. We have a knee joint, and so we can make it walk, or it looks like it would walking. Here we have a still standing, ready to fire 8080. The parts of building step 2. I know there's never a parts list from Mould King, and this is too small that you see it, or you can make your part lists yourself, but you get an overview what's inside here. Oh, that's the beginning of building step 2. It's not much, but I want to show you how these ovals look when all 4 are assembled. I believe this is a trustworthy base for our 8080. I hope there will be some more blades over here in the middle section, because it bends a little bit through when you lift it up, because these 4 ovals have a lot of weight. But we have there 2 8x16 blades and a lot of 6x8 and so on. And I hope we will assemble them here and make it more sturdy. So 2/3 of building step 2, and we got a little bit of a roof here. A lot of tiles, 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 more tiles. This should be seats. Some pillars here, and here we have 2 stickers. It's a little bit dark, but it's only instruments. That's the 1x2 and the 1x4 from Lego, the typical Lego Star Wars instruments tiles. Nothing special. Okay. In the middle here, you have to be a little bit careful. You have to, if you click on the tiles, be sure that your fingers are underneath for the counter pressure. Because when you really bring a lot of pressure here the whole time, it bends a little bit through. So have your hands underneath it and nothing will happen. And here we have a lot of studs on side. Building step 2 is done, and I assembled the battery box, not the accu box, the battery box, and an M motor So this here goes through the hole in the modified round tile, through this wall, over a rim here through the Technic connector, and here we have the hook. Okay, so that's the way for the cord. We will see how this will work out later on. It's a normal battery box, so we have an only on and off, and yeah, the middle, forward, backward and middle. For this set I had preferred a remote, but okay, it doesn't matter. I think it's not cool to open the 8080 to get for the function, but okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, really. Here we have stickers. They are really good quality. Oh, I think. Now that wasn't really applied totally. I hope I have now closed all the gaps. Okay. No, but at the moment I'm really happy. I think it's looking cool. It's exactly what I expected. The building techniques are okay. No big mistakes in the instructions. Only small ones like this here. 194. Then comes 995 and 196, but 96 should be 95 and 95 should be 96. But you see this, so that's not a really problem. It's not really mistakes. Yeah. Or the box says U5 and here we assemble only 4. So small mistakes. The rest here is not exactly but nearly what I expected from the building techniques and everything. So at the moment I'm really happy. So this is what we have to achieve in the next building step. And the way here the neck looks, I believe it's not movable, it's static. Our neck to the driver's room, to the cockpit. So these are the parts I have to assemble. You see another light bluish 2x2 tiles like here for the next row of seats. Not much blades, but a lot of bricks with studs on side again. Blasters. And here the round bricks for the neck. So okay. And Technic beams and Technic bricks. A lot. So more stabilization. That should be here. This here. Well, before I assemble the neck, I want to show to you. He did it with 4 13 length Technic beams. You see them here. And they go through. You're building 2 of these half cylinders. And then you click on the blades and then the other half of the cylinder together. And then this here and this here assembled and connected with the 3 length pins. Nice building technique and very solid, but not flexible, so we have a stair neck. That's, yeah, I expected it, so I'm not very disappointed. I expected it. I would be absolutely happy if it was movable, but okay, it is what it is. Now the whole building step 3, and after the neck here it brought us this 4 pillars, a little bit more here of the wall, this transparent brick, and then these 2 pillars with each pillar with 1 blaster. So we have 28 seats here or 24 and 10 here, 30 men in this in this 8080 and 2 blasters. So that's okay. Now we know why the empire lost. Yes, okay. Two of them are always same build, only mirrored. And this is like a bracket here to holding everything tied together. You have to be pushing here really good that the Technic pins slip in the modified brick with pinhole. But now it's a solid construction, I believe. So I think this is, oh man, I don't know who's texting me. 7 WhatsApp in 30 seconds. Make one long. I don't know. Okay. Yes, I believe this is at the moment, a really solid base for the rest here. Oh, this is the building step 4 laying around. Not around, in front of me. More bricks, less plates, and a lot of brackets. Downwards and upwards brackets, 1 back each. And the corpus delicti. So building step 4 brings us a roof, and we will see what else. At least a roof. So our 8080 got a roof with these 2 shields here, or the covers, that's the protection. This here you build it completely like it is, set it here, then you click it onto one pillar, bring the next in position, click it on the next pillar, and so till every 4 or each of the 4 pillars is connected. It looks a little bit, because it's a little bit bending through here in the middle, and this here is not totally, you see this? It's not a perfect angle here, but okay, it is what it is. Then we built this 4 parts here for the legs. And yes, this is repetitive as hell, but I expected it. I show you in each building step the parts. Normally I don't sort them. I throw the bags of building step 1 on the table and search. Here in each bag you have at least 5 different pieces. And so the 5 bags with 25 different, perhaps 30 different pieces, sort them out. Because I built this 4 here in nearly 10 minutes, because I've seen all the pieces, I know where they are laying, and it is really fast on this way. Like I said, normally I don't do this. Here with the 8080, it is worth the time to sort it. So building step 5 brought us the finish here of parts of the legs. It's the fastest building step, because you build 4 times the same. First here, this here, and then the side lines, and click it onto the bracket. So it was a really fast building step. 30 minutes or 35 minutes was the fastest building step. Okay, so a little bit zoom out. So we are finished here. This set has 2 building steps, so I make 1 to 5 and 6 to 10. 6, 7 and 8 will finish our legs here, and 9 and 10 will finish the upper body of our 8080, all the covers here on the side. Okay, I hope you like it. I enjoyed the build very much. At the moment this is a good set. Instructions are good, sometimes great. No mistakes. The only thing I can complain a little bit about is that the neck is not movable, but the rest is really good. Instructions, piece quality, no scratches at all in the tiles, everything fine, fits perfectly together. Nice building techniques. So at the moment this is a great set. I can not complain. I hope it stays this way, and I hope you tune in for the next part. Perhaps it took a few days because I'm getting sick. I get
my throat feels like hell. So I'm sure I'm pretty sick tomorrow. Okay, like you see here, building step 6, we have to flip it onto the back and then bring on these here. I'm curious. Okay, thank you for watching. I am Frank, your Brick Freak, and I catch you in the next one.